with Falcon Quest, Birds of Prey, here with my Saker falcon. We're going to go ahead and work her a little bit, flying to the fist. Take her hood off. Whoop. Take her hood off here and get her working to the fist. Oh no, I just threw her hood on the ground. She thought it was food on a lure, so she just went and attacked her hood. Hoods are expensive, so that's not what you want. Let's see if I can get her back. What we're doing here is we're conditioning her to fly to the fist. Now some falconers don't want their falcons flying to the fist like a hawk. My method of training is a little bit different. I prefer to have it that way. I also train my bird to go to a lure as well. But right now I'm just trying to get her used to coming to the glove. We give her whistle stimulation along with presenting the food to her so she can see what's coming. What you want is that immediate response. I've used this bird for 2 years for education programs and such. She sits on a fist perfectly. She takes the hood absolutely perfectly, but she's nervous flying to the fist. So I've backed up her training. It's like I'm backing up to like last year, and I'm kind of leaving it off where I left off last year to get her coming to this fist really good. And see how she's flying back on her own? That's a really good thing that they learn to fly back to the perch. Now she's coming along really good. This is a good routine. It's a good rhythm training. There's these birds. There's a rhythm to it, and we're hitting a real nice rhythm right now. She fly back. Boom. She's ready. She's anticipating that next piece of food, that next tidbit. This is going real well. Slowly back up a little bit more, give it a little more distance. Exercise for them. had. This is a desert species, and they don't shed water very good, so they retain water. Unlike a peregrine falcon, they're very waterproof, but not a saker. This is the saker, S-A-K-E-R, saker falcon. What she just did on the perch is called a rouse, and she's arranging her feathers. Repetition, repetition, repetition. If she does something wrong, we ignore it. When she does something right, we reward them. We reward them with food. What I want her to do is come to me on the whistle. Which she's doing. Her reward is she gets food. But she's done this several times now, so she's starting to get food in her crop. So she's not as hungry as she was. So her response time is slowing down. Eventually, she won't come to me at all. Then she'll actually try to fly away. Right, I've been flying the saker falcon, this is falcor, to the lure, or to my fist for practicing. And you'll notice right under here, right under her, ouch, don't bite. Right under here is a bulge. That's called her crop. When falcons eat, hawks are the same way eagles, they have a storage area of food. Food goes into the crop, and then from the crop, the food is passed over into the stomach. Owls don't have a crop, but falcons do. She's getting what we call cropped up. In other words, she's getting full. Because of that, she's not responding as well, and this is the time in a falconer's working their bird. If she wasn't tied to this leash, which is tied to this string, which we call a creance, if she wasn't tied up, because of her getting full, this is the time that they could fly away and we could lose our birds, because our only control over the birds is food and weight management. And the whole objective today is to get her to keep eating, coming to me to the fist to eat. She's slowing down quite a bit, coming for the food. She's being more vocal because she's just not overly hungry right now. But I'm gonna keep working her. I have her tied to the creance. I can't lose her, and I'm gonna give her a good crop. Then I'll feed her again tomorrow, going through this exact same technique, because I want her to come to me really well for when I do programs, that type of thing. She dropped one of her feathers. She's in the molt. This is molting season. So we just dropped a feather. I don't know if you saw it fall out of the bird while she's flying, but she's not injured or anything. It's just this time of the year they start dropping and growing their feathers. There you go. This is a very sensitive time because I'm finishing up my session. Well, I don't want her to jump and get tangled now while I'm changing things around, make her all upset, because it will reverse any of the good training that we've accomplished. So at the end of your session, you want it to end very well. You don't want her to get tangled, don't want any mishaps. I want her to, this was the last time she came to the glove. She wasn't gonna come anymore, she's full. And so this is my last chance. I'm reaching for my hood, which I put on my tripod, and she's trained to the hood, so she should just sit there and take the hood very well because she's trained for it. We did that last year. We did all the hood training and everything, but I just needed to get her to come to the fist better, because when I do shows, I do programs, I want that bird to come to me. So when I fly her to the lure and she comes and she lands on the lure, I want her to come from the lure to me.
Okay, fly back on your own. Yeah, you can do it. Just fly back. There you go. There.